You're listening to Creative Conversations with Cleare Allen, where we illuminate and educate through entertainment, social consciousness, and intriguing topics for the heart, spirit, and soul. You have now entered into Scene 1. We also call it the mini topic. Hi, everybody. For today's Scene 1, I am actually standing out here at McCarter Park in New Jersey, and I'm just enjoying the scenery. The lake out here is absolutely beautiful, where I see a lot of people fish all the time. And, I was just out here soaking up some sun, and I was thinking about something that struck me several weeks ago. I happened to have the TV on, and the show The Real came on, and I just happened to catch this clip of Garcelle Beauvais, and she was talking about how sometimes we don't get several sides of the story. We only get one person's side, oftentimes a very close family member that we trust. We take their side and we run with it. And she had said that one of the biggest regrets of her life was that her father had passed away and she never got his side of the story. And she spent her entire life kind of believing, that he had done something bad or he wasn't living up to expectations. And whatever that was, she didn't share that private business. But I guess it just really struck me because it was something that I had thought about in this season, of how sometimes people will get one side of the story and they never get any other sides. And so, that's my question to you today. When you get a side of the story from whoever it is, it could be a trusted friend, it could be, a very close relative, it could be a teacher, it could be anyone that you trust. Do you ever think there's another side to this story? Or do you think that maybe if you looked at it through another person's lenses, you would feel emotionally and spiritually about it very differently? So I just wanted to lay that on you today for Scene 1, and just think about it, because I've seen it in my own personal life. I've seen it in other people's lives. We just kind of believe it. And recently I had a conversation with a cousin of mine, and the conversation, when it was done, I kind of felt like it was a conversation that should have been had decades ago. But decades ago, I was a little girl. But I shared with this cousin my little girl perspective, and they shared with me their adult perspective of a certain situation. And it was just really shocking because, and I think they were shocked too, to hear my little girl assessment of the situation, looking outside of it, hearing what adults were saying. Now he's hearing that little girl for the first time. And then I'm hearing the adult, because the adult perspective was quite different. And not just because I was a little girl. It was different even if I had have been an adult. But the point is, no one ever thought to get his perspective and or that perspective. And I guess the reason why we never got another perspective is because the story that came to us was coming from a trusted source. If you're a pillar in your community and you say something, usually people believe you. And if someone else is not quite that pillar, we're going to automatically discount them. We're not going to believe them. We're not going to want to hear anything they have to say. And I think we're taught that from very young children onward. We trust the source that is trusted. There's no need to find out any other perspectives. There's no need to dig and dive and, and so forth. So I think that's why. And so I want to leave you with that today. Do you get the other perspective? Think about considering the other side of the story. And I'm going to just continue to walk out here at this park and just soak up nature. I just firmly believe we should definitely connect with nature at least once a week. I wish we could do it once a day, but I know our busy schedules don't always call for that. But I just feel like every week we should be connecting with nature. We should be in its presence. I'm going to leave you with that. Love you guys. Hey, Cleare Allen here. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will also distribute the podcast for you, so you don't have to worry about how it's going to get on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all those other folks. You can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need all in one place to make a podcast. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You have now entered into Act 1. We also call it the main event. Hi, everybody. I'm still at McCarter Park, and I'm just enjoying this lake so much, and just enjoying nature and quiet time and just kind of soaking everything up, getting ready for a busy week. And I wanted to first let you guys know that Creative Conversations is coming to a close for Season 2. And we're going to come back for Season 3. There might be some changes, but really good changes, because we have to grow, we have to evolve. And that's actually a lesson, I think, for us all, including myself, that we're constantly evolving. We're growing, we're changing, we're learning. And I want to be extremely transparent that I'm definitely going through a season of evolution. And I know that I'm not alone, because I've heard it secretly in conversations with friends, with associates. There is this push for purpose, just understanding our God-given purpose. And it's not so much about, hey, I want to do something and get noticed and, show out. It's about, hey, did I get it right? Is this what God wanted me to do? And I guess that's where I think a lot of people are. There's so much transition going on right now. And you may have been known for something. Let's say you've been known all this time as an artist who does, beautiful paintings. And now there's a shift going on. It's not that you don't paint anymore. That's not it. It's just that there's this push. There's something inside of you that's saying there's more that I'm supposed to be doing. Or there's supposed to be a shift now because that season needs to shift over here now. And so I think a lot of people, especially that have dealt with the pandemic and such, we're all kind of going through something. And I'm just being extremely transparent that I don't have all the answers. I don't exactly know the other side. I don't know exactly how Creative Conversations is going to evolve over the next couple of months when we take this break. I simply just have an ounce of faith that tells me something great's going to happen. And that's all you have to have. It's wonderful to have great faith. It's wonderful to have big faith. But I'm telling you, a lot of people are tired right now. And I just want to encourage you that even your ounce, even your mustard seed, even just your speck of faith, just having that will grow. Just having that is enough to hold on. It really stunned me to find out how many people are struggling with this right now. I know we've definitely had a mental health crisis going on all over this globe during the pandemic, and presumably afterwards as well. We're still kind of reeling from it. But I'm just here right now to encourage you that if you are in a struggle right now that you can't even explain, you know what I mean? Like sometimes there's struggles that you can't really explain. It doesn't really make sense because let's say you have some sort of reputation for having it together, having a level of success, for achieving something. You can't even really explain what you're going through. And it's not that you're going crazy. That's not it. It's not that at all. It's just you're having a spiritual battle and you're in that fight for purpose and meaning. You just want to make sure that you got it right. Not that you just did something and people clapped their hands and said, great job, but that you got it right. And I know for some of you, that might be, okay, that's a little overkill, you know, it's a bit much, but I'm telling you, there are people who are struggling, seriously, late in the midnight hour about this. They've been struggling for months, maybe even years with this very thing of purpose and being on the right track, not just a track that keeps going. Life is so short, isn't it? We say it and we're almost desensitized from hearing it. It really is short. And I don't know about you, but I just want to get it right. Don't we want to get it right? I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful lake, and I tell you, I know there's a God. I know God is real. As I'm looking here and I'm standing right next to it, and I'm seeing this beauty and splendor and glory all around me. So, do you know what the next steps are? It's okay if you don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is that in this moment right here, I'm going to enjoy every ounce of it, every bit of this moment. I just want to press upon you to not so much worry about tomorrow, but to enjoy this moment as you are reestablishing or refocusing or rediscovering your purpose in this season, right? Because we are made up of seasons. You know, in one season, something's working out. In another season, it may not, right? But I just want to instill in you today to enjoy that 5 minutes standing by the lake like I am right now. Enjoy that 5 minutes of quiet time or spending time with that family member or whatever it is that you're doing that is a joyful time. Enjoy it. Treasure it along the way. These are seeds that you're planting for your breakthrough. Because if you can't enjoy these little moments, how are you going to enjoy the big ones? If you can't enjoy your own company, how are other people supposed to enjoy it? That's something I used to love to do when I was a single girl before I got married. I enjoyed my own company. I remember a friend saying to me, I don't know how you go to the movies by yourself. And I was like, wow, really? I love going to the movies by myself. I love going with others, but I love myself too, you know? So I just want to encourage you once again, in whatever season that you're in, it's okay not to know all the answers. It's okay that you're in an ongoing struggle. And maybe you've been going through it secretly. That's okay too. I know you're tired of the propaganda, you're tired of the rhetoric, you're tired of the old sayings, you're tired of people throwing fancy words at you. And you're just wanting answers and moving forward with your life. I so get it. You just want all the noise to turn off. And you're not alone in thinking that. But I want you to know that I believe we're going to be laughing and dancing and reminiscing shortly about how we made it over. check out a new episode of Creative Conversations on your favorite social media platform. If you have a topic you'd like to have a conversation about, email us at bcleareallen@gmail.com. Sign up for notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for listening. We love our listeners. We love you guys so much. Thanks so much for supporting Creative Conversations in Season 1 and Season 2. Look for us midsummer. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we've got some things on the table, and we want to come back bigger and stronger and even more focused on our purpose and our work. So thank you again. Love, be Cleare Allen. That's me, your host, and our producer, Michelle.